Alrighty.
What's that, a gourd?
What?
You have a gourd on the altar?
This is a pomegranate. And hi everyone, we're live. Okay, and hey Oracle, this is going to be in the Discord. Good deal. But yeah, Yamano was just asking what I have on the altar. This is a pomegranate that a friend of ours, who's Lebanese, gave to us yesterday. And this actually was grown in his backyard here in our town. And it was
awesome.
Yeah, what's funny is I looked at it and I said, oh, well, I guess does it turn red as it gets riper? And he says, no. The red ones aren't the good ones. These are the good ones. We're like, okay, well, yeah, it doesn't quite fit on the plate, but it's here. It's being offered. We have that the last of those pumpkin blondie brownies. That. Yeah, Darren's eyeing that thing. So, yeah, after service, it
dies.
Yeah.
The pomegranate.
Well, no. The pumpkin. Dies. Yeah, the pumpkin blondie brownie.
Oh my.
Blondie thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
'Tis the season for pumpkin spice.
It's pumpkin and peanut butter, y'all. It's awesome.
I think you're tasting the macadamia in it. Whatever.
It's awesome.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's so.
Our neighbor makes pumpkin rolls.
I need to thaw some pumpkin from last year. Oh yeah, and there's been a meme that's been going. You might see it on Facebook or wherever about don't waste your pumpkins. And I can say this: don't believe what they tell you about jack-o'-lanterns not making good pumpkin pie or whatever. They make awesome ones. Basically, what we do is I carve a pumpkin on Halloween afternoon. It's the jack-o'-lantern overnight, and first thing in the morning, November 1st, I get out my big carving knife and cut it up for the Thanksgiving.
Pumpkin,
yeah.
Pumpkin pie and pumpkin bread.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, you really don't even have to worry about the candle messing it up or anything. You can use a LED or something.
Yeah. Okay. Hey guys. The Black Wolf is saying, hey, long time no see, and we got a link to the Discord. Awesome. And one other thing, that I have to say thank you to you guys, because we've hit that threshold for viewing hours. I was just in YouTube trying to mess around. I am a technical support issue away from being able to do the super thanks, because it's telling me I still need 2-step verification, and I'm like, wait a minute, I turned that on earlier this summer. You have a record of it, and it's still not letting me do that. So whatever it is that it still wants, once I figure that out, then I can get all that set up. So, thank you guys so much for all the views and all the sharing, and it's I wouldn't have this if it weren't for you. So thank you. So
wonderful.
Yeah. So
I guess on that note.
Yes, on that note, let's go ahead and get ready, because we are honoring the sailing of Hathor and Feast of Horus. So I have them both in the little Piro, or this evening I want to call it the love boat, because because they are a married couple. So what do you think of that, Darren? He just looks at me.
Break out the frigid waters.
Wait a minute. What is this saying right here? Saying, okay, I can help you with that. Awesome. I will have to. Oracle's. Okay. You know what? I'll message you about that on like Discord or something, and we'll figure that out.
Yes, because we need super thanks.
Yeah, and and another thing, if anyone else happens to subscribe to Ask a Mortician, she had a video about this documentary that they had spent months working on, and then it YouTube flagged it for violating company guidelines for not being educational. It's like, what? This is a documentary. So if anybody happens to subscribe and has the link to that video on the Easton disaster or something like that, I'd love to see that. But anyway, on the other hand, it was really insightful to hear her say, that her channel's not very mainstream, because I'm like, wait a minute, you get way more views than I do. But yeah, I guess we're on various parts of that fringe.
Well, retro blasting has been around for years, and he just put a video up 12 hours ago. Thank you for 100,000 subscribers. He had 110.
Wow.
But he's been around for years.
Yeah, well, because we talk about, actually interesting topics. So.
Yeah.
But yeah. So. These cool waters are upon my hands. They purify me. This technique purifies me. Hail unto you, Nutu. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts. We have cast out all evil that pertains to us. Oh, it's right here. Okay. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. I knew you weren't going to pass up an opportunity. Just to explain what was going on off camera. Darren had a scratch. Yeah, Darren had a scratch on his hand, so he's like, "Here, pour some, some holy water on that." And so I was like, "Yeah, sure, we'll put cleansing waters on it." But then he had to take the opportunity while I'd stepped in close to flick a little bit.
I was blessing you.
We are pure. We are pure. And that's our story, and we're sticking to it.
I cannot deny you blessing.
The power of technique compels you. Okay. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in now and who will be catching us later. This eye of Horus comes, and we are all purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
You arise in the Akatis Kefri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Hathor, daughter of Ra, and Horus, Lord of Behdet, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his Fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Oyunichuru, these waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, Oyunichuru, that you may be purified with it. All right. We give you incense. Give you incense, great purity. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus. And its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, Oyunichuru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper, and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Horus, O Hathor. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure, pure is Horus, Lord of Behdet, Hathor, Mistress of Dendera, within their house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure for Ra-Horeketi, for Hathor, for Horus, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra-Horeketi. Come to your body, O Hathor. Come to your body, O Horus. Come to your bodies, O Yonichiru, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these, your offerings. Partake of them. Okay, this pomegranate is actually very heavy, so set it right here. Come on, people. Lift these offerings before the faces of these gods. Raise these offerings before Ra, before Hathor, before Horus. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Okay. Just kind of slip it back under there. There we go. Oh. And that was the candle snuffer. Ora Horeketi and your son, the Osir Nisu Nebkeperu Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And now from the table of the gods to the table of the blessed dead. We light this candle that it may be the eye of Horus that lights their way in Duat. And we bring to them these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that their hearts may be refreshed. There we go. Horekeru ta henket ka kau abdu senachirmahat hut nebe nofre webet anchet nachirim and kawan akupunibu ma kirunibu hirnachira. A voice offering of bread and beer. 1,000 of bread and beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, these blessed dead, all true of voice before the great God. And we come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Truly your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law, eternally. Isfet is cast up by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. And may we always act with gentility and compassion for such as the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such as the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such as the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such as the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such as the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such as the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such as the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such as the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay, you okay, Boo?
Yeah.
Okay, and just I thought I heard you wiggle and grunt or something.
I'll never tell.
You need some water.
I'll wait.
Okay. All right, I'm just going to try and catch up on the comments here. Okay, sarcastic saying I should get some milk and cooking more. Don't always want dining hall food. Yeah, cafeteria food. You know, I'm assuming you're on a college campus, and yeah, you know, if you have the opportunity to cook, that's always.
And who is that said that?
Sarcastic.
Sarcastic. You and I are gonna have to chat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And Rose, you're not that late.
Pretty sure I'd be cooking with a hot plate somewhere.
I mean, there's tons of things you can do in the microwave.
Oh yeah. Darren got this thing. What's it called? The Range Mate
Pro.
Yeah,
the Range Mate, and
yeah,
we grilled a really nice steak on it.
Yeah. Imagine getting something hot enough in the microwave that you can grill steak on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
And I can do things like teach you how to make, scrambled eggs and fried eggs and omelets in the microwave too.
Yeah, just don't fall in the makeup. But yeah, neat. A bottle of lapis. That sounds pretty neat. Okay, Kid Fox is my phone's dying, but I'm watching and I love to you all. Love to you back.
We love you, Kid Fox.
Yeah. Yes, and Rose, I saw where you commented about doing a duet with my lute, and we'd have to try and get in tune first because I figured out I'm learning as I go along, and being in tune is important.
It's ludicrous.
Ludicrous. They just happen to be there. Huh. Yeah. The range mate. I think. What do you do? Just Google range mate. What is it, or did you
I
get
went on Amazon?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, look for it on Amazon. But Darren was genuinely afraid because of an old classmate of mine found a glass kiln that works in the microwave, and Darren was like, "Oh no." I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you were like, that sounds scary.
Yeah.
Especially because this is me. But, yes, we're celebrating a sailing of Hathor. She, sails across the sky. And probably grabs Horus on the way and says, come on, let's go sailing. So, here we go. So we will start off with Horus. Actually, we should start with Hathor because ladies first. So, O golden one, come to our song, and feast your heart on dancing. Shine upon the festival night, and take joy in seeing the dances. We praise the golden goddess. We worship her majesty. We exalt the Lady of Heaven and give chanting to our mistress. O come to the procession of revelry, to the place where we wander the marsh. Your rights have been established, and nothing is left for want. And you know what? Married Ra, if this is in celebrating the Egyptian gods, if you can find a way to take this and set it to some kind of a tune, that would be so rockingly awesome. Because we have our chorus. We praise the golden goddess. We worship her majesty. We exalt the Lady of Heaven and give chanting to our mistress. How the beauty of your face shines as you appear. Oh, come in peace. We get drunk looking at you, beautiful as gold, O Hathor. May the waters you provide us refresh our mouths and cool our hearts. Oh, we praise the golden goddess. We worship her majesty. We exalt the Lady of Heaven and give chanting to our mistress. Golden one, how good is this song? Like the song of Horus himself. Likewise, see how we dance for you. Likewise, see how we sing for you. Give that we may live and prosper. Praise unto you, God of Behdet, Lord of the sky, splendid winged disk who shines in the horizon. You beautiful sun who illuminates the darkness, splendid child who illuminates the earth, iris of the Ujat who lights the two lands with his rays. Fair of face, hovering one, armored, majestic, clothed in gold. You arise as Khepri when you emerge from Naunet, your rays spreading over the world. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven. Hail unto you, Horus, great god, lord of the sky. Great falcon, dappled of plumage and ruler of flying. Winged disk upon the two lands. See a falcon, united with the sun disk. Holy god, falcon of gold. And one more. Okay. Hail, O Hathor, golden lady, mistress of love, O beautiful one who comes in joy, mistress of dancing and revelry, beloved daughter of Ra, lady of turquoise and gold, you light up the sky with your brilliance, shine upon all faces, and bless us with your love. O Eye of Ra, may you defend us from evil. O Mistress of the West, may you embrace our blessed dead, and guide us safely to them when our day of mourning comes. And hail unto you, O Horus, defender of your father Osiris and support of your mother Isis. You are the champion of Ra who destroys his wicked foes. Lofty one, falcon of the horizon, shining like gold in the dawn, you establish Ma'at in her place. You rule the living on earth as your father rules those in Duat. Okay, I'm just kind of scrolling back. Okay, so sarcastic says we have a kitchenette downstairs. Wendy was lazy and heated up leftovers by heating water in a coffee pot and putting the container in. You know what? Before we got into this house, we were basically hotel surfing for a couple of, I don't think it had been about a month. Mm-hmm. And boy, I had some rewards points with Comfort Inn for a while. But I remember we used the coffee pot basically to do some kind of ramen thing.
Yeah.
And I was so glad to get back to actually cooking something for real. But But yeah, you can kind of ninja your way, through warming something in a coffee pot. But okay, okay. And Sarah asked for a prayer for justice. A restraining order is on its way to the person who hurt her. He might even know about it, and there's a court hearing on November 2nd. All right. We will definitely also pray for his arrest and conviction. May the Netzer guide me, protect me, and defend me. We'll ask Horus and Hathor to give you a hand with that. Horus being a champion of justice, and Hathor being a protectress of women. I think they would both have a vested interest in this. Okay, yeah. Continuing prayers for anxiety relief for Rebecca. Prayers for rain for Sarcastic. We had an air quality advisory and the sun was blood red a while ago. Oh, wow. And that's pretty frightening considering that when it's moderate down here, you have issues. Yeah. And Mario says, it's been ages, but I'm glad to see everyone's here. It's been crazy, but in a good way. Okay. Oh, you're in New York City. This is, I love my job in New York City. Has been more than kind to me. That's awesome. Well, that's good news for you. And whoever was talking about Aramark, I think we had some stuff that was Aramark, like food services.
Yeah, Aramark food services.
Yeah. I know we've run into that around here. Yeah, it's pretty meh. Yeah, but
it depends on what you're getting.
Yeah. And Rose says also prayers for help for a friend of mine who was sexually assaulted on campus.
Oh my!
Wow. Well then let's do that. Let's say some prayers for them, because we have people that are hurting and that are dealing with anxiety and with then of course everything that comes with surviving an assault, and we ask the gods to be with them and put your arms of love around them and protect them and help them see to it that justice is done. And for those that have been hurt and are afraid to speak out, let them find the courage. Let them find
the path to speak.
Yes.
Because courage is not typically the issue. It's the path.
Yeah. And may Isis, excellent of speech, whose tongue fails not, be with them as they find that path. Oh, you gods who hear the voices of the suffering from afar, who lend their ears to those who are lonely and in need of help. May you come to those and rescue them who are hurting and in pain. And may Ma'at prevail. We ask this of you. Okay. I'm going to move this big pretty pomegranate over so we can have our bowl for our cookies. And congrats to Mario, who's doing well in New York City. They say if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. So we're onward and upward for you. First, I'm going to pull a fortune for everyone who might be tuning in and catching us after the fact. What will be our guidance for the week? All right. It says, the day only gets better.
Wow. We'll take it.
Yeah, I think that's some affirmation. So for everyone out there, the day only gets better. And if you feel like you're having a tough one, that means um, where have you got to go but up? Just hang in there. You know what they say about it gets better. We just had some confirmation of that. So. Okay, oracles. I would also like prayers for things to keep going well after I had to put down my dog. Oh, getting a temp job is getting back on my feet or having something happen in my life. And Solemn Sun, prayers to Sutek as we navigate times of change and upheaval. Yeah. Mm, okay. Oh, is that?
Sorry, it was an Amber Alert.
Oh, shoot. Well, you know what? We need to say a prayer for them too. If
Yep.
that's an Amber Alert. Yeah. Okay, and I see some cookies. Oh goodness! Accident. Poor Rose accidentally knocked over her Hathor statue. Yeah. It happens. But you know what? It was, it was in celebration, so it's good.
Yeah.
So okay. Oh, and sarcastic. That's a family issue. Has been asking for prayers for a few times now. Was okay. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm scrolling back so I can read. Okay, yeah. And Mario's saying I'm living with my grandma and I don't have to hide my practice anymore. That's awesome. Just keep strong, everyone. Praying for you guys. And Sebekekaway asked a prayer for Hat-Hor, to Hathor for fertility. And oh goodness, and sarcastic prayers that his dad faces justice too. There's a warrant for his arrest in my state, but he's out of state, so they might not go after him for it. Oh man. Well, hang in there. Okay. Well. Gosh, the words for all of it. I asked for Anapu to welcome his newest servant who's come back to him, being our canine friend. And I think he would be the one also to ask to help the missing children be found. And since there's an Amber Alert that just went off on Yamanu's phone, I'm asking Anapu to please help that child get home, and be returned safely to their rightful family. Because one thing we have to keep in mind, a lot of times, there's a surprising number of abductions are actually from someone the child knows. It's from a non-custodial parent.
Yep.
And it's always a crappy thing, but we want all of them to come home. So we're in the switch for a minute. And prayers for justice for sarcastic, what you're saying about your dad. Okay, and let's see who is the first cookie. Let's see. All right, creature of legend, and then sarcastic. So. All right, creature of legend. Enthusiasm is infectious, stimulating, and attractive to others. People will love you for it. Enthusiasm is infectious, stimulating, and attractive to others. People will love you for it. So stay positive. Be enthusiastic.
Or sarcastic, I suppose.
Well, enthusiastic and you're being sarcastic. So, but no, that was Creature of Legend. And then sarcastic. So actually, now we're doing this. We want Creature to be enthusiastic, and now for sarcastic, we want
Big creature acid.
Want what?
Sarcastic and big creature acid.
Hold on.
So many adjectives.
All right. Sarcastic. Fate will find a way. So there you go. Sarcastic. Fate will find a way. Okay, and let's see. Daniel wants one from Hat-Hor on love. Okay. And she says, better to be the head of a chicken than the tail of an ox. And this was an answer regarding love. Better to be the head of a chicken than the tail of an ox.
You're going to have to think on that one.
I guess better to be pointing forward than looking behind. Don't know, but that one could be kind of cryptic. Yeah, you'll have to meditate on that one, I guess, or it could very well be that later in the week something will happen and be like, oh wow, that's what it was talking about. So, because I've had that happen before. Okay, Blue Conlin. Wow. Blue Conlon. Commitment is the stuff character is made of. The power to change the face of things. That's a pretty powerful one there. And I'll read it one more time. Commitment is the stuff character is made of. The power to change the face of things. So you've got the power to change something. You're just going to have to dig in and commit to it. I suspect you'll know what that's talking about. But this is saying, with commitment and character, you can do it. Yeah, yes, better ahead of the chicken crab than behind the BS. That might be the. Wow, I'm seeing the story that you're telling, Rebecca, and that's quite interesting. Wow. Let's see. Okay, yeah. All right, so next is Solemn Sun, then Sebekekaway and Kit. Okay. And you said Kit wants one as well. Okay, so let's get them. So Solemn Sun. And then Sebekekaway. Solemn Sun. I think what's funny is there's a techno song that's actually called Southern Sun, and that kind of cranks up in my head. Because the syllables match. All right. Wow, this is pretty direct. Solemn Sun. It says, examine the situation before you act impulsively. This is fair warning. Examine the situation before you act impulsively.
Yeah, they're not being figurative or flowery about
right.
it.
They're not beating around.
Do this.
Yeah, they're not beating around the bush on that one. So, but okay. So Sebekekwe and then Kit Fox. That was one. Almost had two of them jump out. But so this one's for Sebekekwe. There is a prospect of a thrilling time ahead for you.
Okay.
Well, you know where fertility always starts. ... Now, for Kit Fox. All right, for Kit Fox. Change is not merely necessary to life, it is life. So this may have something to do with beyond just that particular request, but change is not merely necessary to life, it is life. And life is all about change. So if there's some change that you might be going through, this is I think this is their way of saying just hang in there and roll with it. That's it's all for the greater good. But there's also the possibility of a thrilling time, so that could be a positive change. And then Oracle. So I also get the sense that there may be something that just change something simple, and it might let other things happen. But this one's for Oracle. Okay, here we go. Oracle, courtesy opens many doors. Remember this when you're dealing with customer service. But courtesy opens many doors. Okay. Okay, and Rose wants to love reading, and Sarana, don't worry about being late. We're glad you're here. Oh, okay. They're calling me out. There you go. Okay. Hey, Sarana, big hugs. And so we're gonna do Rose and then Sarana. So, Mistress of Love, what advice do you have For Mary Girl. Oh, this is interesting. You got two of them tucked in the same cookie. Wow. All right, the first one. Failure is the tuition you pay for success. The second one. A secret is no longer a secret by the time it gets to you. So if you want something to stay a secret, don't tell anybody. But if something gets to you and they say, "Oh, it's a secret," no, it's not a secret. But yes, failure is the tuition you pay for success. You know, Darren was not my first boyfriend, I guess, but he was my second. So, boo. I think Hathor got a hold of you, or maybe Mama's second it. I said, "Come here." Of course, also, poor Darren's on prednisone and antibiotics now, and my prayer request is for us to make it through the rest of this allergy season, and into the transition, when there won't be, a zillion parts per million, of ragweed pollen and whatever else, because it's been rough on both of us, but especially what are you smiling at? I'd like to think it's my witty comments about a zillion parts per million, but probably not. Okay, and Sarana also had a request for one, so. Sarana, no problem can withstand the assault of sustained thinking. No problem can stand the assault of sustained thinking. So whatever, just keep thinking about it. You will figure it out. Just be persistent about it. Okay. Oh, and Sarcastics, just get well soon, Dan. And I think you're already on the road to recovery because, you've got, medicine. It's funny because a couple of weeks ago, he was having a tough time of it. And I was on antibiotics and prednisone. And I said, look, I tell you what, I'm going to give you one of my antibiotics. I'm not supposed to do this, but let me give you one. If it starts to make a difference, then go to the doctor. If it doesn't make any difference, I'll shut up. Well, he took it and just started to just unload, I guess, and sinuses and everything. So it's like, okay, we called the doctor the next day. So now it's his turn. But this kind of thing happens, especially where we are, around, the transition into autumn. So we just got to get through it. Saran says, persistent thinking is what I'm good at. Awesome. So, Sarkhan says, if you can't take a trip to someplace at a higher elevation to escape the pollen, I did that when the maples were out as a day trip. I didn't want to leave. Goodness, the closest thing I think for us would be to go back up to Hot Springs, but I don't know if
I wouldn't mind.
That would be a day trip for us.
I want to go to that buffet that we never got to take advantage of.
Which one was that?
The Chinese buffet. Because our Padawan doesn't.
Yeah. Yes, our Padawan doesn't do Chinese buffet. But you know what? I used to have this kind of philosophical chicken or the egg debate, because we'd go and sit down at the Chinese buffet and people watch, and I always wondered, are people overweight because they come and eat at a Chinese buffet, or is it just that the people I'm seeing happen to be? And after 2 years not going to buffets because of the pandemic and everything, I come back, and for one, I realize the food is not as good as I remembered it. And two, I go, you know what? As much as my blood pressure is up from the salt and the MSG and everything else, I think I answered my question. I'm better off not going back to a Chinese buffet. But I guess once every now and again, it has to be sometimes food. But okay. Well, if there are any more requests, then go ahead and put those in the comments. But otherwise, we'll start to wrap things up.
I request dinner.
So you what?
I request dinner.
Yes, Darren's request is for dinner. Okay. I know some of you might have seen what I posted on Facebook, but have to do in the future is figure out some kind of music that we can play. But the best I can do right now is show you my little. See if the microphone will pick up my little Spam Joe. I made this out of a Spam can. So I remember I put it together in like 15 minutes with like Spam can, a chopstick, and some hot glue, and a string that I found on the floor. And Darren said, "You don't ever need to do drugs." It's like, you do enough weird things as it is. Oh goodness. Kent Fox says my cousin passed last night. Prayers for him, please.
Oh my.
Okay. Oh, and Rose says prefer not to sing in English. Okay. Well then.
I've lost one of those this year too.
Yeah. Well then. Well, we ask Lady Hat-Hor as Mistress of the West, because she's the goddess of love. She takes the love that we have, and I asked, on Kit Fox's cousin's behalf, and Kit Fox take all of that love that Kit Fox and the rest of the family have for them, and wrap them up in it, and let them know that they're not alone and that they're still thought about, and wrap up Kit Fox and everyone else that is sad and misses them. We're sad when we lose people because we love them. And may that love be the bond that keeps them connected, even though they're on other sides of the veil. Because eventually, I'm thinking of what our friend Jerry Thundercloud said. And he is in the West now too. But it was at a powwow that he told us, they're no longer in your past, they are in your future, because you will see them again. And so that's what we have to remember. So. And since they passed last night, may they have a voice offering, fresh and brand new. Yeah. Kit Fox's cousin. So, bread and beer and beef and fowl and all good and pure things on which a God lives, for the Ka of Kit Fox's cousin, true a voice before the great God. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. as the name of Tefnut, mistress of lower Menset in Unu, endures, as the name of Geb at the earth's Ba endures, as the name of Nut in the shrine of Shanit in Unu endures, as the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures, as the name of Sutek in Nubet endures, as the name of Horus in Pei endures, as the name of White Sheet in Death endures, as the name of Jehuti in Kamenu endures, as the name of Ra in the Akhet endures, likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Hathor, O Horu. You have come in peace, O Yunachuru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra, O Hathor, O Horu. May you go forth in peace, O Yunachuru, to every place that your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Menjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Yes, and I know somebody mentioned a prayer to Set to get us through these transitions. Of course, he's kind of counterposed to Horus, but we ask that we pass on that prayer and ask, Set, please go easy on us as we go through this. And anybody's Huh. Okay, yeah. And Daniel's saying, not sure what tradition other family observes, but I do recall hearing the soul of the deceased remain on Earth for 3 days before going to the underworld. And that's, I think there are some, one thing I do have to say, people often say, oh, well, funerals are really for the living.
No, they're there.
Right. It is for the dead too, because, this is part of their transition. And so whatever ceremony it is, whether it's a Christian funeral or whatever, this is part of their transition to the next phase.
Right. This is their last time with you.
Yeah. Well, this is the last time that an official event is going on for them on this side. So they're still going to be a part of it.
Right. I've been to plenty, and I've watched them say goodbye.
Oh wow. Well, my brothers keep telling me that when they had my grandfather's funeral, I think like something about like it was raining, and then there was a point where the clouds opened up, or it stopped raining, or something like that. But I wasn't at that one. That's kind of a long story, and that's actually going to be have more to do with this month's how-to episode, which Darren's my beta watcher, and then it'll go to Patreon, and then a few days later it'll be on YouTube. So, that's forthcoming. Yeah. Yeah, Sarcastic says, go easy on the Set, but if you want to help us get justice, though, absolutely. And that's right, because Black Wolf, you work as a mortician, if I remember right. Because he says I see them all the time when I dress them at work. So yeah. So you're serving Anubis every day you go to work. Okay. But all right, guys. Well, that's a funny typo. I mean, the mains of the. Yeah, but if there's any other requests, let me know. But otherwise, thank you as always for tuning in, and we're glad that you're able to participate, and happy to say prayers for everyone. Oracle, I'll have to message you later on in the weekend and see if we can get whatever that is figured out. Because once that happens, then we can do, I can set up super things, which will be awesome. Yeah, but in the meantime, I think, yeah, Darren's awake now, but I need to feed him so he'll stay awake. So, all right.
I'm tired and hungry.
Okay. All righty. Well, thank you so much for joining us. You guys be safe and well. We love you. And we will see you guys next week.